All part of just the being back outside, kind of just putting
Exactly.
your face out there for people and just
Exactly.
kind of being back in everybody's face too.
Exactly.
Why did you feel like what was like I guess the purpose, or why did you feel like you took like that long of like a break from, just kind of being in that like public face? Like obviously,
Well, I
pandemic stuff,
mean,
but
yeah, I was about to say it wasn't really on purpose, honestly. I was going through growing pains in life. I usually make great projects when I get out of a relationship, and I like use that emotion. So I love getting my heart broke most of the time. But 3 years ago, I got out of like my greatest relationship ever, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to have the greatest project ever. I'm finna talk about this. But then niggas want to give me therapy, and then I got to start holding myself accountable. So then I can't blame her no more. So that process was hard, having to draw from something else instead of like the cheat code of heartbreak. So that happened the first year. Then I started getting challenged by the people around me to test new stuff. Frustrating, growing pains with that. At the same time, dealing with the pandemic, being forced to be around my partner every day, even though we was already living together. It felt like the pandemic like pushed y'all closer in each other's face, and then that we ended up breaking up. So then it's just a lot of growing pains and.
Oh, so it was two breakups.
No, this is the same breakup,
Oh,
but it
the
was
same
just
breakup.
like
Okay,
it
okay,
was like
okay.
on and off, but it was like the same type of thing. So that happened, and then like just finally get into a space where I'm ready to share my art with the world because it's so precious to me, and I don't think I was necessarily ready yet.
Got you, got you. I think it's interesting that you said, I like what you said. I'm about to make the best album ever after this breakup, and then you're just like, but then they made me go to therapy, and I had to hold
Yeah,
myself
it's
accountable.
a real thing when you can't really just sit there and blame somebody like, oh, she was asleep on me, she blew it, she don't know what she had, I just looked out for her, and then I started realizing just because I was like helping pay for stuff don't mean I was necessarily being a good boyfriend. So, stuff like that. I
Did
was
your therapist kind of like read you a little bit? I've been
No,
in therapy
definitely.
too. That's why I'm
Because her
like,
job, that's her job. Her job is to hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So that's all it was. And I was pissed, like, girl, I'm telling you, she broke my heart. You talking about what I did wrong. I'm finna not talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So I skipped some weeks of therapy, go cry, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, I really had to just sit with it. And yeah, I wasn't as angry about it as I thought I would be.
What was like the biggest lesson you took away from that therapy too? Then, besides, I guess like holding yourself accountable for whatever in
Um,
relationships.
yeah, it just was a mirror to myself and the stuff I did do wrong that I wasn't noticing I was doing. That was really a real thing. Feeling like I got to be in control of stuff all the time. I know this it's hard for me just because like that was a culture me and her probably created, and she was just letting me live with that narrative even though she wasn't happy, and I should have been able to read that situation better. Also, she could have spoke up. I don't want to not hold her accountable in the moment, but just a lot of stuff I was doing wrong that I wasn't holding myself accountable
Right,
for.
because relationships, obviously, at the end of the day, like
Yeah,
that 50-50 shit, like, you obviously you have your own faults, she has her own faults, and then
exactly.
that's kind of what it is.
And then realizing like what I'm really realizing is like you expect somebody to love you just as much as they love you, but you can't love somebody like with expectations. You got to love them just because you love them, no matter you know what I'm saying. And I think I was looking at our situation bigger than what she did, and that's what kind of hurt me too, because it's like this situation is like everything to me, and to her it just felt like it was whatever. She was able to walk away. Maybe that's not how she really felt, but that's how it seemed to me. That was the optics of it. So, coming to peace with those type of situations. And
Was that the only like thing you went to therapy for? I guess like
nah,
like
no, no, no.
anxiety, things like
That's what
that.
made me be open to it.
Oh, okay, got you.
So somebody I used to work with had a dream about me doing something like bad at my kid's school, like fighting somebody. And she had a dream about it. And she was like,
What?
I think Boogie needs to go to therapy. I guess she brought it up to my managers, and you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
over time they kept bringing it up to me. And me being sad over that initial breakup made me say, yeah, I'll do it. But then she started talking about trauma with my dad and, shit like that. And
Like real deep
yeah,
stuff.
real deep stuff that I didn't realize I was walking with, like unaddressed trauma. So